Hello again. Welcome to Verbling. I'm teacher Oakley, and for the next hour at this time, as we've been doing this week, we're going to talk about stress in English. Today we're making a little bit of a right-hand turn in direction of our classes this week. This series of classes now, the last couple days, we've been focusing on word stress or syllable stress, actually syllable stress in words. Okay, like banana. When do we raise pitch and stretch vowel sounds? Say syllables louder. Recognizing what syllable stress is and also how to predict it. Today we're taking a little bit of a turn. Here's the thing, okay? The same way, well, before I even broach this topic, let me welcome some students to the class and give a chance for others to join, because this first point is important. Nader, welcome. Hello.
Hello. Thanks again for this series.
Yeah, well, sure. You're absolutely welcome. I might add that any student, any of you guys who have ideas for classes or things you particularly, that's a hard word to pronounce, particularly want to learn some specific thing, by all means, make a request. Ask me if you're interested in learning a specific area of English, whatever, speaking, reading, writing, listening. Ask me, and I'm more than happy to accommodate. It actually helps me out a lot. So anyway, thanks, Nader, for this idea for this week. Appreciate it. Props. Okay, Salwa is also with us again. Hi, how are you today?
Fine, and you?
I'm doing okay, thank you. Welcome to the class. And Abimelech, yay.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How about you?
I feel really good. I'm a little tired, but I feel great. Thank you. Okay. All right, well, here it is. Let me lay it out. We've been concentrating on syllable stress. Today, we're taking a little bit of a right-hand turn. The same way, okay, that we use syllables in words to pronounce words. When we join words together into sentences, phrases, and clauses, we use word stress. We stress the syllable, the main syllable, primary stressed syllable in words to highlight words when we're speaking. Okay, so this has to do with timing and rhythm. All right, this is how we time speech in English. Because, drum roll please, English is a stressed, timed language. What does that mean? By comparison, for example, Japanese and some other languages are timed by syllables. In other words, a 10-syllable sentence will take half as long as a 20-syllable sentence. Logical, right? English does not work like that. You may have noticed when native speakers are speaking, they kind of, it seems like some words are smashed together, and then some words are, the vowel sounds are stretched, and it takes longer to say 2 words than it does to say 5 words sometimes, right? Now, that's absolutely true, because maybe those 5 words are unimportant words, so we don't stress those words. And maybe the 2 words that take even longer to say than the 5 words are very important words, So we take a little extra time to say them and stretch the vowel sounds, the primary stressed vowels, primary stressed syllables in those words, thus stretching them out. English is a stress time language, so it is very possible to have a short sentence with 3 very important words, okay, and only 3 syllables. Take the same amount of time as a 9 or 10 syllable sentence with a lot of connecting words, grammar words like prepositions and articles and pronouns and auxiliary verbs. When we have a stretch of speaking where we use all those grammar type words, we tend to speak them very fast. So those syllables are very short, and they come one after another. So it is very, very possible in English to have a 3-syllable sentence take the same time as a 10-syllable sentence. Okay. Hole asked a very relevant question. He asked, what is the difference between stress and rhythm? Okay. Rhythm, well, they're very much integrated, but stress specifically are the syllables or the vowel sounds that we tend to speak louder with a more pronounced pronunciation, a more exact pronunciation, clear pronunciation. More importantly, often higher in pitch for primary stress, and longer. We stretch the vowel sounds as well. Those are elements of stress. Rhythm is when we put all those syllables together into words, and then we join the words into sentences, and we keep the rhythm continues as I speak. I go up and down over the whole set of a sentence. So we're talking about stress, we're talking about in a word. When we talk about rhythm, which is basically where we're going today, we're talking about putting those words together into sentences, and how that when we speak, it sounds da na 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 na. That is rhythm. How the pitch rises and falls and hopefully creates patterns or creates wave-like sounds that actually help English speakers understand English. And also rhythm has to do with the timing, which is kind of what we're focusing on. Timing and rhythm go together. Okay? Obviously, my rhythm is a little too slow there. If you were speaking like that, it would sound kind of crazy. All right. Right. Now, just a note on pacing in English and how it relates to rhythm. Pacing is how fast or slow you speak. Pacing is not that important in English. In some languages, pacing is very, very important. Chinese speakers speak so fast. One of the first lessons I have to teach Chinese speakers is just slow down. It is not necessary. It does not make your speech better if you're faster in English. Absolutely not. Some kind of balance, and it is perfectly okay to have a slower rhythm, to sing a slower song, or have a faster rhythm, rock out, just like music, like songs. It's okay to sing slower or faster, that doesn't matter. But it's a matter of having that nice flowing up and down sounds that go together. Okay. Anyway, that's what we're looking at today. I'm going to kind of guide us through it. We're going to look at some things together and hopefully finish by practicing stressed timed English. Okay, let me welcome Demas.
Hi.
Oh, hi, Demas. Hey. Haven't seen you in a few days. Nice to see you again.
You're right. So how are you?
I'm doing great, thank you. Glad you could join us.
Yeah, thank you.
And hello, Emmanuel. Emmanuel, greetings from Paraguay. Yeah. Hi, Emmanuel. Do you have a microphone? Okay. No mic. Anyway, welcome to the class. Nice to have you with us. Okay, it's going to be hard for me to hear your rhythm and timing when you speak, when you're typing. Oh, okay, never mind. All right, nonetheless. All right, I'm going to start slow here. Let's start with the basic concept. When you're talking about timing and rhythm, okay, Emmanuel. All right. When you're talking about timing and rhythm here, okay, here's first concept I want you to try to grasp. English can basically be broken down into two kinds of words. These are the words that we normally, now in reality in English there may be special circumstances where absolutely any word could be stressed. I'll demonstrate that a little later. Okay, but basically we can break English down into stress words or content words and non-stressed words or function words. All right, just in the same way that we break down syllables in a word, unstressed syllables and stressed syllables, same thing. Banana, the middle na is a stressed syllable. Okay, in the same way when we put together words, we have stressed words, which are content words. Content words are words with a definite meaning. Okay, content words are words such as, for example, nouns, like kitchen, Peter. Okay, fine. Nouns are, well, let's test our English knowledge a little bit here. Okay, Nader, what are nouns? Can you define nouns?
Nouns may be names or objects.
Objects, okay. Person, place, or thing, basically, or a specific idea. Words like freedom, okay, that's actually a noun, right?
Abstract noun.
An abstract noun, that's right. Concept. Okay, very good. All right, most principal verbs, well, don't worry about that. Just consider verbs to be content words. They usually are. The verb to be can be an exception. That sometimes acts, it's non-stressed. But all verbs are really content words. Sometimes is non-stressed. However, Salwa, what are verbs?
After the noun, they describe the action of a sentence. Or yes.
They describe what?
Action.
Actions? Okay. Usually they do. Verbs describe actions, especially. Really, there's two kinds of verbs: dynamic and stative. Dynamic is what you're talking about, Sawa. They describe an action, right? But there are also stative verbs. Stative verbs describe the state that something is. He looks angry. He looks angry. Okay, meaning the state he is in. his state of being. He looks angry.
Yeah.
Right. So, okay, very good. Okay. Abimelech, let's talk about adjectives.
Okay.
Like beautiful, interesting. Okay. What are
Adject
adjectives? What do they do?
Adjectives, it tells the characteristics of nouns and pronouns.
Okay. Connection's not great, but I think I got it, and I think you're right. Adjectives describe nouns or pronouns. That's right. Right. A beautiful baby, an interesting man, an interesting box. Okay. Any nouns. Right. And finally, the four most important word forms are here: noun, verb, adjectives, adverbs. Demas, what do adverbs do?
Words that modify adjective,
Yep.
verb,
Yep.
yeah,
Or sometimes other adverbs.
yes.
That's right. Right. Sometimes we use them also in time clauses, but okay. Those are our four principal types of word forms or content words. However, I'm going to throw a couple more in here because we're thinking about words that are usually stressed in sentences. Okay, here's one. Here's a big word. What am I talking about? Emmanuel, interrogatives. What are interrogatives? Oh, yeah, well, you can type. Emmanuel, do you know what interrogatives are? Can you give me an example? I'm waiting. Okay. Don't know. Okay. All right. Well, anyway. Okay. Interrogatives are like who, what, where, when, why. Question words. That's all that means. Ask a question. That's it. Thank you, Salwa. These are usually stressed. What are you doing? Where are you going? Why am I here? These are often stressed when we're speaking, stressed in sentences. Okay. Another type of word that is commonly stressed in sentences are negative contractions. What is an example of a negative contraction, Nader?
I can't come.
Yep, very good. Can't, won't. Okay. We stress these in sentences in order to show the contrast between the positive and the negative. I can swim. I can swim. Can is greatly reduced. I can swim. I can drive a car. It sounds like can, very fast, very reduced, not important. Belongs in the function words, which we're going to look at. But in order to make a pronounced contrast that we can actually hear, we usually pronounce negative contractions like we do primary stress. I can't go to your party. I'm sorry, I can't go to your party on Friday. Sure, I can go to your party. Notice the difference. Can't sounds like a primary stress syllable. It's it's high, it's sharply pronounced, the letter, it's it's stretched. I can't go. That's kind of what we're talking about when we're looking at stressed words.
So how about if we want to, emphasize that we can do something? Like,
Okay.
I can solve that equation, I guess, like this.
Okay. If somebody says, that's a very good question, Emmanuel. If somebody says, I know you can't solve that equation, you might reply, I can too. I most certainly can solve that equation. You might certainly emphasize it, stress it, because it is a contrast, all right, and you're trying to show the opposite of what the person says. So I'll mention it again. I'll probably mention it again tomorrow. It is possible to stress any word given a certain set of circumstances. Okay, so that was a very good question, actually. If you're trying to corrections, when we're correcting information, that's when you're often going to hear any kind of word stressed. No, you can't do it. It's like can. Okay, it's a correction or contrast. Then you can hear any word stress, absolutely anything. Okay, another type of word that is sometimes whoops, I misspelled that. Demonstratives. Okay, another type of words that are also normally stressed in sentences. Normally, again, these are not solid rules. Okay, just normally. Guideline. Okay, think of it that way. Not all demonstratives are always stressed, but these usually are. That, these, those, and this. Well, not a very good order, but these kind of demonstratives, where if you're speaking, those people are stupid. This is the worst class I've ever attended. Okay. If you hear, oh, Emmanuel, I heard a peep.
No, my micro is okay.
Ah, awesome. Very cool. Excellent. If you consider these demonstratives, you say them as if you're mentally pointing at something. Of course, that would require stress. So, okay, there you are. Basically, this is it. These are the types of words that normally get stressed when we're speaking entire sentences. Normally, again, I stress that. Non-stressed words or function words. These are all the words that you have to learn for grammar. Okay, the connecting words, the words that glue the real idea or the content words together. Okay, we have other determiners, including articles, the, and. These are very much reduced. Not only are we talking about reducing them, non-stressed words, perhaps we're going to reduce pronunciation. We most certainly are going to join them very closely with surrounding words. Also, other determiners like quantifiers. Okay, somebody, I don't know, Sawa, maybe? I'm not sure, but I think I hear the mullah or something. If you wouldn't mind muting your microphone. I don't know if it's coming from you. Somebody, there's a lot of noise coming from the microphone somewhere. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. A little distracting. Thank you. Okay. Determiners, there's all kinds of determiners. These are words we use in conjunction with nouns like articles or quantifiers, some, a few, a lot, much, many. I could break this into articles and quantifiers. All right, these words are function words. They're largely reduced. Also, auxiliary verbs are greatly reduced. Do, don't. That really doesn't belong in this list. Okay, am, can, were. Okay, included in auxiliary verbs are helper verbs that we use to determine a verb tense. For example, I am running, am. Okay, the verb to be, which we use with continuous tenses. Of course, we have and has and had, which we use with perfect tenses. I had been there many times. Notice auxiliary verbs in conjunction with pronouns, we automatically reduce it into contractions. I had been there. I'd been there many times. So really reduced. Okay. Also, in auxiliary verbs, I can put a subgroup of the modals. Okay, I might include modals in here. Could, would, should. Okay, are often reduced. Not always, but sometimes they are reduced. Okay. Prepositions. All right, prepositions that show where, when, possibly purpose or how. Prepositions before, next to, opposite or simpler ones, in, on, out. Okay. Conjunctions that we use to join two clauses together. That includes our connectors like but, and, for, yet, so, as well as other subordinators like while, when, as, because. Quite often reduced in pronunciation, spoken very quickly. And finally, pronouns. I mentioned earlier, pronouns are often joined with auxiliary verbs and automatically contracted or shortened because they're function words. They're not important. They are, there, she is, she's. Okay, pronouns very much reduced. That would include actually the possessive pronouns. Whoops. Okay. Also possessive pronouns I might put in there. Okay, we're going to do a little exercise together now. If you remember what the content words, the four principal word forms, nouns, verbs, adjectives, adverbs, in addition, interrogatives, negative contractions, and that, these, those. All right. I'm going to have you tell me what are, we'll go one by one, and you guys can go one at a time. What are the content words? Pick out the content words, and then I'll have you read the sentence, being mindful that content words get more stress, higher pitch, more defined in pronunciation, stretched vowels. All right, let's try it out. Emmanuel, since you can speak now, why don't you start? In this sentence, first sentence here, or two sentences, really. Emmanuel? Are you there? Okay. Maybe not. Okay. Nader, in that case, can you start us out?
Sorry, I'm talking.
No problem. What are the content words? You can't talk right now? Okay. All right. So,
John,
John, thank you. All right, I'll highlight them as you go.
coming,
Okay. Very good.
tonight,
Uh-huh.
going,
No.
you're going to,
No.
the
Let me explain. Sawa are going to, this is actually a verb form. We're actually using our going to form simple future tense. Okay?
yes,
So these are actually used as helper verbs, auxiliary verbs or helper verbs. We're using them to create a future tense with our main verb, which is
for, okay.
Yeah, you got it. Okay, and what else?
Homework.
Yep. Very good.
Together.
Together, adverb. Okay. Sure. Okay. What have you got here? All right. Sawa, go ahead and read the sentence. Looking at this, now somebody earlier asked me about rhythm. This frequently happens. If you actually dissect sentences, you will notice that this happens over and over and over very consistently in English, where you will have alternating stressed words, unstressed words, stressed words, unstressed word, stressed word, a lot of unstressed words, stressed word, unstressed, unstressed, stressed word, unstressed, stressed. Okay. One little clue, Sawa, before I have you read this. Homework, as we discovered in the last couple days of classes, homework is a compound noun. So in actuality, what happens here is the second word in a compound noun gets secondary stress. So although it's louder and pronounced fully and stretched vowel sound, it is a low pitch. As opposed to high pitch, it's a low pitch. So homework. So even though we have two normally stressed words together here, it still works with our rhythm, alternating high and low pitch. Okay, this is basically how rhythm is formed. Okay, Sawa, go ahead and read this sentence you've analyzed.
That's right. Jean is coming over. Joe is coming over tonight. We are going to work on our homework together.
Okay, Sawa, now listen to how I read it. John is coming over tonight. John is coming over tonight. Notice the highs and lows. John is coming over tonight. Okay, notice this long stretch of function words. Listen to what I do to this. We're gonna work on our homework together. Okay, notice how this stretch of function words is reduced to we're gonna very fast. We're gonna work on our homework together. Notice also when I have a string of content words together, notice how much slower the pace is. Listen to the pace between the difference in pace, how fast I'm speaking between we are going to and homework together. All right? We're going to work on our homework together. Notice how I slow down a lot. Some students I work with who are working on rhythm and intonation, this is one thing I sometimes, of course, I have to work on reduction and joining sounds, like we're gonna, because they're not used to that. They're used to learning full pronunciation. But equally, sometimes I have to work on the concept of slowing down when you have many content words together. It's okay. Not only is it okay, it's a pretty darn good idea, because these are the key concepts in your speaking and you want the listener to understand them. Sawa, okay, try it one more time, please.
Okay. Joe is coming over tonight.
Better.
We are gonna work on we are gonna work on our homework together.
Yes.
We are gonna work on our homework together.
Now, Sawa, I know that it may seem slightly unnatural to you and forced and a little difficult. It takes a little concentration. But even though I know that's how you feel, guess what? You sound much more natural, much more native, like a native speaker. the rhythm is much more pleasant and much easier for me to understand you. All right, sounds good. That was good. That was very good, actually. I can.
I just ask a question now. I can focus
Sure.
on stressing a word independently in a sentence.
I'm sorry. Would you
They,
mind repeating it?
when you're stressing the whole sentence,
Uh-huh.
you need to focus on stressing in single words, just like tonight.
Tonight.
The
Oh,
first
okay.
part.
Okay, good point. All right. You need to think about where is the stress in the word tonight.
Yes.
John is coming over tonight. Obviously, okay, that's a very good point. Even coming here. Okay, you're absolutely right. Let's look at this again. Wait. Uh, hang on. Okay, wait a second. The stress in coming is the first part. So really, you're stressing the John is coming over tonight. 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 Okay. You're absolutely right. You're going to be really what you're really stressing is the stressed syllable of the word. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, I see that it's difficult to focus on both ways, focusing on the stressing the word with the whole sentence
Mm-hmm.
when you
That's
speak.
right. That's right. All together as a unit. That's right. That's the whole idea. What we're trying to do. Very good. Thank you. So Abimelech, try the next sentence here.
Okay. Ecstasy is an extremely dangerous drug.
Okay. And all right, let's go slow and analyze it here. Okay. What are the content words?
Ecstasy.
Uh-huh. And furthermore, ecstasy.
Ex.
So now I'm gonna highlight the normally primary stress syllables of our content words. Okay, and what else?
Yeah, it helps more.
Extremely.
Okay, and what is the normal highlighted syllable?
Extreme.
Extreme. Yeah, that's it. Very good.
Dangerous. Dangerous.
Dangerous. Okay, first syllable.
Drug.
Okay. Now, right. Now here's this. Now look, we've got a lot of content words together, but nevertheless, the way syllables work in English, notice that regardless, we still have spaces between our syllable spaces between our primary stress, so that we can modulate, go up and down in pitch. All right, just the very nature of English and how it's constructed, like adverbs have ly. That is always, it's never a stressed syllable. Just the way that we construct the order of nouns, verbs, whatever, is conducive to always creating this high-low, 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 high-low kind of patterns. All right, one more time, Abimelech. The whole thing.
Ecstasy is an extremely dangerous drug.
That's great. That was really good. That was perfect, actually. Very nice. Okay, that's exactly the idea. Excellent. Emmanuel, are you auditory? Are you auditorial? What's the adjective I'm looking for here? Are you audible? There it is. Are you audible? You can hear me, but okay. Can I hear you? No? Once again, microphone not working. Okay. Let me know, Emmanuel, if your microphone's working. It's kind of really important for me to hear you. Okay, Nader. Okay, I'm going to try this big long one here.
Yes.
This is a challenge. All right, try this one. All right, first let's try to find the content words.
We?
No, pronoun.
Okay. So, visit?
Yes, there's our main noun. Visit. Visit. Okay, first syllable. All right.
Castles? Castle?
Uh-huh. Okay, good.
Travel? Travel?
Uh-huh. Very good.
Back. Road?
Yeah, roads. Okay. And where'd you go? Okay, he's on the right track. I think he would be obvious. France. Okay, another one, possibly.
Sorry, it seems there is a delay.
Okay, all right. Through here, okay. I guess, all right, this is being used. Through can be an adverb or sometimes it can be a preposition. I guess it's a preposition here, right? Okay, so there you go.
I guess it's not content word. Yes.
Yeah.
We should have visited some more castles while we were traveling through the back roads of France.
Okay, and back here is actually, now you got a little tricky here. This back can be a preposition, but here it's being used as an adjective, right? So this is actually one we missed. Okay, so, all right. That was pretty good. All right, that's pretty good. Lots of reduced parts here. Big empty spaces without yellow highlighting. We should have. I'm going to try to read it. We should have visited some more. Listen to how much I reduce those big empty spaces. We should have visited some more castles while we were traveling through the back roads of France. Back roads. Oh, you know what? I said it when I pronounced it naturally. I just didn't think about it. Back roads is actually, I believe, okay, I believe back roads is a set phrase, is in fact a compound, a two-word compound noun. At least it is in America. Back roads. So high-low. Okay. Yeah, sometimes I say it naturally. I don't realize it just looking at it, but then I say it naturally. Oh, wait, that's definitely a compound noun. Okay. So anyway, the point being that okay, if you look at this, if you look at what we've done here, all right, the first sentence 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 highlights. The next one 4 highlights. This big long sentence has 6 highlights. All right, 6 stressed parts. But even though the third sentence seems to be a great deal longer than the second sentence, it's not. Ecstasy is an extremely dangerous drug. We should have visited some more castles while we were traveling through the back roads of France. It's a little longer, yeah, but not a whole lot. Simply because I got muted. Okay. All right. In any case, the third sentence is a little bit longer than the second one, but not by much. And the first sentence, even though it seems to be shorter than the third one, it's actually longer when we speak it. It has more highlighted parts. It has more content words, and so it's going to take longer to say. This is basically the entire point of today's lesson, that you need to understand just because a sentence is very long does not mean that we should speak it longer over more time. Not necessarily. Sometimes a very short sentence will actually take longer to speak than a long sentence. Let's see if I can illustrate that
I guess so.
even clearer. All right, here, okay, I have 3 sentences, but I have already, okay, hang on. Emmanuel's asking a question. It's correct? This contraction, by the way, contraction, should have? Yeah, indeed, yes, it is, Emmanuel. In fact, should have, being that it's a modal perfect, it's a auxiliary, should have verb, our main verb is going to come after. We're going to reduce that sometimes to just shoulda. Okay, well, here it is. Well, we're going to see that, actually. We'll be demonstrating that just a half a second here. Okay. First sentence has 3 syllables, 3 content words. Second has 9 syllables, 3 content words. Third sentence, 10 syllables, 3 content words. Guess what? All of these sentences should take not exactly, but approximately the same amount of time to speak. Let's try it out, and I want everyone to try this out. Salwa, go ahead. First sentence.
Turn right here. You should turn to right at the right. You should turn to right at the right.
Okay. All right. Now, okay, Salwa, again, when you have turn right here, okay, when you have 3 content words in a row, you're going to slow down your speech, your pacing. Turn right here. Also, notice that my pitch is changing, even though I have these 3 content words. This is obviously a command sentence. Turn right here. It's also rhythm and intonation work hand in hand together. I'm going to use my intonation to support my rhythms, in order to help my rhythm keeping that up and down modulation. Turn right here.
Turn right here.
Okay. Now the second one again.
You should turn to right here at the right.
Okay,
You
very
should
good.
Turn to right at the right.
Okay, that's good. Oh, you've got the idea. You really do. So I was very closely joining these function words to the content words. I can clearly hear it. She's also trying as best she can to reduce these function words. That's obviously you have the concept. Abimelech, let me hear you try it.
First one?
Yeah.
Okay. Turn right here.
Very good. All right.
You should turn to the right at the light.
Okay. Pretty good. Okay.
You should have turned to the right at the light.
All right. Notice da 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 da. Notice that rhythm naturally occurring. This happens frequently. Joining together prepositional phrases or relative clauses and participial clauses, whatever. We tend to speak in groups of words that form phrases and or clauses, and this is very common for them to end with a content word. like that. It is very common for them to end with a content word. All right, it just naturally happens. That was pretty good, Abimelech. That was quite good. Good job. Okay. Emmanuel, just shout me out. Give me a shout out if it's working for you. Okay, Nader, are you able?
Yeah.
Okay. You give it a try.
Turn right here. Yeah. Turn right here. You should turn to the right at the light.
Okay.
You should turn to the light at the light.
Okay. Okay. Very good. Now, what Nader did here, notice, I don't know if anybody else noticed this. He reduced have to just a schwa sound. Have, this auxiliary have, now becomes simply quick, very fast schwa vowel sound. That's it. That's it. He's just substituted one kind of grunting sound. This is actually totally correct. Okay, now I'm going to run through it. Turn right here. You should turn to the right at the light. And finally, you should have turned to the right at the light. Okay? What am I doing? I'm reducing you to ya. Should have becomes shoulda. You shoulda. Okay? Turn to the right becomes to the. Ta. Again, to, instead of being full pronunciation of ooh, becomes ta. To the right. At the light. Not at. Not the full pronunciation. No. It becomes like a schwa sound. At the light. At the light. At the light. Light. At the light. Takes about the same amount of time to say. Right. To the right. Really not much difference in timing there, right? Okay, that's the idea. Let's take a look at one more here. All right, well, hang on. Okay, there we go. Okay, keeping in mind that, all right, cities, okay, first syllable stress here. I don't know why it's highlighted. Whatever. Okay, and it doesn't want to ever allow me to do this. Okay, again, same idea. Three syllables. All right, we have a two-syllable word, cities, but same idea. We have basically three stresses here. Just in longer words, three stressed syllables within the words, within the content words in the sentences. All right, let's give this one a try. Sawa?
Cities need help.
Yep.
Our cities, I'll help our help. Need our help. Our cities, I'll need our help. Our cities, I'll needing our state.
Oh my goodness. Hang on, let me give you some help. Couple pointers here. All right. Now, you're fully pronouncing our, and when you do that, okay, it sounds, what you're doing is you're creating our. You're taking more time. You're creating an extra syllable for yourself because, and that is the correct pronunciation, not wrong pronunciation, but because you're pronouncing full pronunciation of the diphthong, instead of pronouncing it in a reduced form, you're pronouncing it completely fully, instead of treating it the same way we treat unstressed syllables. In other words, reduce it to like a schwa sound, R. Basically, it would sound like the word are. Our cities Okay, here's another trick. With cities, with will. It's very difficult to join two consonants together. Cities, the Z sound, and the W sound in will. Very difficult to join. So what do? We actually reduce that to sound like ul. Ul. Our cities ul. We drop the W. Our cities will need our help. Much easier now to connect. That's the problem, Sally. You were having problem connecting these phrases. You're trying, but you didn't really know how to do it. Try it again now using R and our cities ul.
Our cities all need our help. Our help.
That's
Our
much
cities
better.
all need our help.
That's great. Very good. Nice. Nice job. Okay. Very good. Abimelech, you want to give this a try?
Yes. Cities need help.
Okay.
Our cities will need our help. Our cities will be needing our assistance.
Okay. You could stand to reduce this will. One of the basic rules of reducing to speed up your timing in function words is to consider the way that we reduce the same things with contractions, with pronouns. Because we reduce speech, we reduce the very same auxiliary verbs. Just like I say will, we will. I don't say we will, I say we'll. Or he'll, he will. He'll, we drop the W. The cat'll drink all the milk. Same thing. The cat'll drink all the milk. Same way that we reduce it. Or same thing with have. I've got to go. The cat's got to go. The cat has got to go. We reduce things in the same way, if that's an easier way to think about it. Oh my gosh, I have gone over time. Oops. Okay, sorry. I could go on and on, but I will go on and on tomorrow. We'll have another class where we'll continue to explore this idea and practice how to create rhythm by using the stress in words. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining me today.
Thank you.
We're going to continue same time tomorrow. Bye for now.